All right, got it.
You can really hear how shit
Okay,
from
what if we give him
Very
the
fun
mic?
with hand tracking.
Oh my
God
god.
Oh no,
damn.
Felix.
Oh my god, hand tracking, why would you?
Okay, let's settle down. Let's settle down. Hey guys, hello, 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 hello. Hi, welcome, welcome. Right. So, hi. Thanks everyone for joining today.
I just
Right,
wanted
thank you.
you said
And
just
so
from
happy to have
yesterday.
everyone here. I don't really know what to say except that I really appreciate everyone being here. Right, thank you for all the support. Thank you. Um, to kick this off today, I think there are two parts to this. So first of all, the first part will be I will announce some new products that we will create in the near future, and this will be EOZ branded stuff related to our current product lines. All right, we do have some stuff that are already in the pipeline, in the works. I hope it's exciting. I hope it's fun. I hope it improves everybody's VR experience. All right. Okay. And then on the second part, it will be introduction of our ECP, which is I think announced over Twitter last week together with Brad over there. Hi, Brad. So
Hello.
thank you thank you all for coming, and we will lastly have a Q&A session where we will split up into smaller groups later, with Brad heading one group, me heading one group, and potentially Zoe. And yeah, where's Zoe? Hi, say hi
Hello.
to Zoe. Zoe's
Hi,
my
hi.
boss. She's over there in the corner,
Hello.
right? And
Awesome.
yeah, so yep. I think without too much else, I'll start by saying again, welcome, thank you all for being here. And if there's anything that anybody wants to interrupt and say anything, just do. All right. So first of all, EOZ new products coming out soon, right? So as you know, we are one of the title sponsors for ShelterCon 5 in San Diego. So if anybody is going there, I am going to be there. First time ever. Oh, I see Chuck waving. Hi.
Sweet.
Yeah, San Diego.
Whoa.
ShelterCon 5. Oh, hi, Rossi. Hi, Rossi. So, yeah, with ShelterCon, with Shelter VR Club, for ShelterCon, we are releasing this is the first product that I was mentioning. It is going to be a new co-branded straps that was designed together by Shelter VR, Euphoric, and us. So it's a very big collab. This is the first time ever we've done a collab like that. Yeah, especially for the music scene, and I think it's very exciting. We are very, very excited. So that will go on pre-order this coming Wednesday. That is going to be a truly limited edition because of the complications in making the straps. It's not so easy. We have done some new design to it. Not going to talk too much about it. Just watch for the pictures. Just watch for the pre-order. It says everything, right? And every of those straps sold will go towards running Shelter VR Club, right? So it is our way of giving back to the music community, which has been very big and supporting us. So once again, thank you out there to those who supported Shelter so far, right? So another thing that I think it's no longer a very deep secret will be, together with Tundra Labs, EOZ is now looking at prototyping the new dongle hub, right? I think a lot of people should have seen the dongle hub release from Tundra Labs earlier today, right? That will be coming online really soon. And with that, gonna tell you that we are going to end of life the super wireless dongles. Yeah. So super wireless dongles will be end of life and will be replaced by the dongle hubs. Right? Okay. Sorry, my Discord is popping off. I wonder who's saying something to me. Oh dear. Anyway, so dongle hubs will be coming online end of March or end of April or early May. All right, dongle hubs will be then, and we will be reselling the Steam VR controller hubs. Right, the one-to-one Steam VR controller hubs, which looks exactly like the HTC Vive controller dongles, right? So that is coming up pretty soon. Next will be together with Brad over there, we are going to release a continuous tracking HMD cover. Basically, it's actually a pretty simple HMD cover, which we are silicone skin, which we are targeting for Quest 3, all right? And you could easily mount a tracker on top of it. This will also be launching probably May. We are looking at prototyping it early next month. And Brad will be the first ones to get our prototypes that we have developed for almost three to 4 months. This is not the silicone skin will not be actively tracked, right? The silicone skin will go on top of your Quest 3 or Quest 2, right? We are going to release 2 variants of it. You will be able to screw your tracker on top of it. And if there's anything, watch out for pictures from Brad. And we will be, well, the nice thing about releasing that is that we do not change. I do not know if anybody is using Quest 3 or Quest 2s around here, but you probably have an Elite strap already. And the nice thing about having such a design is we do not change your Elite strap. You still continue using your Elite straps. All right. Oh, I think I see Tony from Shelter over there. Hi, Tony. Yep. If anybody's wondering, 2TD is from Shelter. Hello.
Hi.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, Tony, I do not know if you've heard, but we just announced that we'll be pre-selling the Shelter collab next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Right. We all are very excited over here. So lastly and finally, we will be making facial interfaces and gasket with index-like foam and material that you see on the index controllers. Yeah, that will be something that is coming up. We are focusing on simple things like that before we get into anything more complicated in Q2. But this facial gasket, facial interface will be able to go on most HMDs, like probably the Index, Quest 2, Quest 3, Quest Pro, and also plan will be, we'll see how we can get this also on a big screen beyond. So might be a bad idea for a big screen beyond. I don't know yet, but we are looking at that. And I think that the material that we are going to use is going to be very similar to what you find on the back of your Index HMD or the on the controllers that are the part where your back of your wrist gets on. I think that's a very comfortable material. We have finally managed to source it. This idea actually came from Brad a long time ago, but how long ago was that, Brad? The idea?
Oh man, I've been pushing you for like 4 months, I think, to like think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. But we have searched high and low, and probably we have just found it, and that's why, yeah, we are releasing this. So
I think it'd be fair to like prepare them like it will be a premium product. Like there's kind of a reason why there's not many products using this type of fabric on the
Right.
market. Yeah,
right.
that'd be very quality.
Guys, for your information, those who are using index controllers and index HMD, the foam that is on your index, that's on your index HMD and on your index controllers, they cost 10x the normal pricing of foam. Valve did not use cheap foam over there because it touches your skin. So thank you, Valve. We appreciate it now. I appreciate it especially. I didn't know until Brad pushed me to find it, and yeah, I would be so EOZ, and personally, I would be designing this so that it will be as cost effective as possible. In fact, we actually want as much people to use this as possible because of the comfort, and really you can feel a big difference between using this and using those PU leather kind of material, which is cause a lot of unnecessary perspiration on your hands and on your face. So yeah, we will try to really make it as cost effective as possible and not break the bank. Definitely not. I think that most that valve material costs something like $3 to $4.50 per square inch. Per square inch.
Wow.
Yeah, per square inch. Whereas normal materials cost only like 50 to 60 cents per square inch. So that's a big price difference. Valve, Gabe did not stinge on using good materials. While I know that there are a lot of people who complain that your index controllers have really shitty components, really cheap components. It's fair, but definitely for anything that touches your skin, they did a really good job. So I really appreciate that. Right. So thank you all for listening to my rant. These are the 4 new products announced. I will actually now kick off the introduction of ECP. First of all, both Zoe and myself, we are very, very glad that Brad has joined us at EOZ. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. And it's really
no problem.
amazing that it's really amazing that we are getting the community involved, and especially having Brad to be like the community leader. I think more than that, he's also the best product manager that probably anybody can find in VR, XR, or whatever you want to call it, spatial computing.
Oh God!
All right.
And you got a lot of responsibility.
I really trust Brad. I really trust Brad. I do not know about you guys. If you guys have different opinions, I welcome you to hit him or punch him later. I don't care.
Good luck, Brad.
Just don't punch me. And
I'm gonna bankrupt EOZ.
Look how many people are waiting.
So without too much, I'm not gonna talk anymore because I'm really getting stuttering, and I'm gonna hand over to Brad. Brad, thank you so much. Thank you. Please take it over from me.
Okay. Is this better? Is it better that I talk in this, or should I just do what Jason was doing? Let me know. What's more annoying?
It's working.
It's working? Okay.
It's weird because it's in both your ears at the same time.
Then just turn down the
it's
world
serious.
volume.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna yell. It's kind of hard because I'm using. I gotta use gestures to do this. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Apple nerd.
Shut up! It's cool.
I was
Alright,
expecting someone to just that thing.
Another headset that has good foam is the Apple Vision Pro. No, okay. Anyway, let's see here. So yeah, ECP, not to be confused with ERP, is the thing that Jason kind of introduced to me at their idea. Actually, at people are cringing. I'm sorry. At CES earlier this year, and basically, they talked about how they wanted to do this program where they basically saw a bunch of DIY projects in the sort of VR community, and a lot of those projects most of the time just fizzled out because they couldn't get the support they needed to either take it to the next level, or it had trouble with marketing, a bunch of reasons, right?
Hates me.
So they wanted, as EOZ, they've been doing pretty well for themselves as of recently, and they've kind of proven themselves, at least for like the straps market, especially, to be like a quality partner. And the interesting thing about Jason is he has like a ton of experience with taking things to the manufacturing. He's told me some really cool products that he has helped in VR get into manufacturing that a lot of people probably use even right now. So yeah, they wanted me to lead this, and I was terrified. I was like kind of dumbstruck. I'm still kind of dumbstruck, but anyway, here I am. We'll see how it goes. So yes, ECP stands for EOZ Community Project, because the whole thing is we want to take community projects. Anyone, if you know someone or you are someone who works on something DIY, more specifically hardware focused, like we have some projects right now in the works where it's like we have covers for headsets to protect them. We're working on like gloves internally with people, and head straps, stuff like that. But it could be a variety of things in VR that we are trying to target and help creators not only make their product maybe better with the correct help if we get enough interest from the community, but because we have people who are very talented and able to take stuff from that DIY phase to mass production, they'll get stuff for you like the bill of materials and the actual suppliers that we need to actually make a real good product. We don't have to do 3D printing, for example, for a lot of these things. We can do stuff like injection molding to make the quality of your products better. So everything, just supporting people that would normally not have access to these things, because we've seen projects who have actually done a pretty good job of taking things from DIY to mass production. Like I think the best example would be like Slime VR, and even Slime VR, they did a very good job. They're having some trouble still with like all the certification and the processes and all the troubles that they've had to go through. If ECP was around before Slime VR got through all those troubles, we probably could have helped them get there faster, right? Because we actually have a team of people who know all the processes for that. So that's who we are. If you are interested, I guess I should say why I joined this. A lot of things in VR just kind of piss me off, really. Like I get really, really pissed off all the time when I look around and I see. I mean, you all are here are in like, you're a lot of you are anime girls, a lot of you are furries. We're kind of like the weirdos of VR. However, we probably spend the most time in VR compared to anyone else. Like honestly, like Meta doesn't want to admit it most of the time. Apple wouldn't want to admit it. We are like the true users, and there's never any companies that feels like are looking out for us. So I thought when Jason brought up the ECP thing and how we can help people like actually create products that people like us would enjoy and use, I was like, I'm terrified to be a part of this, but I think it would be very important. So that's why I kind of joined. And I'm very picky as well. The Big Screen Beyond, this is something I always like to like kind of bring up, but like the Big Screen Beyond, when I first tried it, they were not going to put a top strap on that thing for like the release of that thing. If they did that, that would have been like even worse than all the problems they have now, in my opinion. They don't have any problems, mostly like, with fitment issues, but like stuff like that, you need people who are very cynical and like will look at products and be like, these are their problems. That's another reason why they came to me. And if you join ECP, you will have to get past me. I will be your QA tester for things. And like, if I give you the thumbs up,
brick wall.
You should be happy. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but it's really important because we do have to do a lot of things to get it to mass production. And we want to make products that not only you're proud of and people will buy, because one of the incentives, it's not just us taking stuff to the market. Like, we're trying to give creators also revenue if we get stuff to the market too. And most of the time, the creators will get a far larger cut than we're actually planning to get ourselves from it. We're just trying to make back the money from obviously doing the processes for manufacturing and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the nicer side. I didn't mean to be so serious for a second. But yeah, if you are interested or you know someone that might be interested in this project, honestly, joining our Discord is the best way to actually get started. We've already gotten a bunch of people who have been submitting their ideas in our Discord. We basically just have like a small forum. People post their projects, and we every time that a project gets a certain amount of votes or a certain amount of interest, we usually schedule a private call, me and Jason and Zoe, with the creator to discuss the next steps and what we need to do to get to that product's like final goal. But even before that, just posting your images of what you're working on, having a first edition prototype is very useful. Even if it's like something shoddy that you threw together in like a week to kind of prove out your use case, that is also very useful for us. We're not going to like turn you down for just having an idea of a product. You can still post ideas like, hey, someone should make this, but like it would help if we have like prototypes as well. But yeah, mostly hardware projects. We are willing to help people a little bit with software stuff if it kind of helps us a little bit. Like someone came to us recently talking about like how, well, for example, someone was talking about how they wanted to like reverse engineer the Lighthouse driver so that like Vive trackers, Tundra trackers, and whatever, instead of being occluded for 2 milliseconds, which is usually the limit before your tracker goes flying away, that they could fall back to basically Slime VR and the skeleton for that, so that never happens. And stuff like that obviously benefits like Tundra and EOZ and stuff like that. We're willing to like look into and do that. But we are definitely a hardware company, and we are trying to help hardware DIY projects more so.
I emailed that ages ago.
Yeah, so just some major. I can't believe I gotta talk about all this boring stuff. I'm sorry. So some simple terms and conditions that I do have to go over if you do work with us. Like I did say that we don't take equity. We will give you a very, very fair share of the actual revenue or profits we get from projects. Our main stipulations is we want to sell your project on the EOZ website only after mass production. That's kind of like our main thing. We have me, obviously, who has friends with other influencers and YouTubers who I can like send your products to for like marketing purposes, but still, we're trying obviously to push people to understand who we are and how we can benefit you. And the idea is if we help other creators and that catches on, obviously it'll become like a sort of a tumbleweed effect where it just constantly grows and grows, and we get more people interested in more projects out there. So we will cover most mass production costs even as well for the projects. It's a very kind system. We're not trying to scam you. it's so weird to say that, but I feel like a lot of VR stuff is pretty scammy, and that's another thing that pisses me off about VR. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I guess the final thing here is that's pretty much it. I know I talked a lot and there's a lot of seriousness of it, but like making hardware, there's always a joke when sometimes when you see software companies and they try to transition to hardware companies, they usually have a lot of problems. And the joke in the industry is hardware has the word hard in it because it actually is really hard to do. Like hardware is hard to make. So we want to help you, but we want to work with you and help you grow as DIY creators and stuff like that, and try to bolster the VR community and users the best we can. And I hope it all works out. Honestly, yeah. Do you feel like I got everything, Jason? Where are you?
I'm
there
beside you. I think.
Do you think I'm missing anything?
One thing I would like to add is that while a lot of the times success is measured by how much the product sells, how well the product sells. In the case of ECP, I want to emphasize that success may not be measured by that, all right? Success may not be measured by that. And in fact, success could be measured by how much we contribute back to the good of VR, AR,
Yeah.
spatial computing, whatever. All right. And again, even if we are of course going to be a little bit selective at the start because we only have so much bandwidth. We cannot take on probably more than 5 to 8 projects at one time. I think that's our really upper limit. But as the projects all get into different phases, maybe a slot will open up as and when. But a key emphasis is that project may not count financial success as the whether is it successful. I think that's important. If we can contribute something that actually everybody can 3D print and use back at home, and we help to refine it to the point where everybody can 3D print at home and do it easily, I will consider that a success as well, right, Brett?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we've even talked to some people where if we get some projects into mass production, we're willing to work with them also to allow them to open source those things afterward we get to a certain threshold. So it's not
Right.
all about the money, really. Yeah.
Right. If you have questions about how we view open source, you can always come to me later. But generally, we are very, very supportive of open source around here. All right. We are very, very supportive. Please make no mistakes. And the serious stuff being said, right? We will not hold you to any exclusive arrangement with regards to your IP and those kind of stuff. The only exclusive arrangement will be we will ask to resell this over EOZ's marketplace, because we are going to try to create a marketplace that's meant for everyone. And yeah, I think that we have put in place a mechanism to do that with our experience right now.
Yeah, and that kind of reminded me as well. Another kind of thing that we plan to not really do unless one of you want to do it with us. We don't really like NDAs or anything like that. However, we've already had people come to us and just for like kind of just make them feel more comfortable with sharing 3D files and stuff like that of what they're working on. We won't force NDAs on you, but if you want us to sign an NDA with you and like your project, so you can have that peace of mind that we won't obviously share it and take it to market without you, that is something we can totally do for anyone. So yeah.
I think that's about it. Do we want to get like some? I think that Rain is over there, right? Do we want to get Rain to share his experience of working with us?
Yeah, Rain. So Rain is one of our actually I think Jason contacted Rain earlier than even me before the ECP thing was getting serious. So Rain's been working with especially Jason before CES, and yeah, you can go ahead. Take it over, Rain. Take it away from me,
Rain,
please.
please introduce what you have done and everything, all right? Thank you.
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Rain. I am the founder and CEO of Light Touch XR. And Salty, can I get you up here? We are a team of 3. Unfortunately, one of us was unable to get into the event tonight, so RIP Ridge, but this is the other team member. Their name is Salty, and some of you may know them as the big screen employee and big screen support. So working with ECP and working with Zoe, Jason, Dan, and Brad has been absolutely phenomenal. We could not dream of a better team to work with to bring our product to life. And they've been nothing but helpful and encouraging to our product and our efforts. We are bringing a head strap to the market, like a really comfortable head strap. It is going to be a soft strap that is compatible with every single major headset. That includes the Quest 2, the Quest 3, the Beyond, and soon enough, if we can, the Apple Vision Pro. But that will be later in its life cycle. We will also be open sourcing it after around 6,000 units sold. Just so that anyone, if you have like an obscure headset or something like that, you can make a connector just in your favorite CAD for that obscure headset of yours. But yeah, I'm not sure how much else I'm supposed to add. I guess just if you guys have any questions during the Q&A, we would be really happy to answer all of your guys' questions, being that we have probably the most experience with ECP and working with you guys. Yeah, we would be absolutely happy to help or answer questions regarding ECP and EOS.
Right. So, if I guess if anybody wants a real life example of working with us on ECP, I think Rain and the LTXR team is the best example we have. I think, because they are the first. They are the first.
Yeah.
And we are very excited that
可以
their
调到80 人
project
吗？
I say about maybe
调到
couple
80
of
人。
months away from completion, right? And
Yep.
say
around that.
we will, yeah, I will say around
可以吗？
that. And we will be, we have had at least I think quite a fair number of
80人。
interactions, meetings going
80
on,
人。
and yeah.
OK。
Please feel free to approach him or and ask questions. I think Rain will be more than happy to help us answer to later, right? Because I've been working
Absolutely.
for quite a long time. And yeah, so with regards to ECP and
我在后
any
台
of
调
the
到
products,
80 了，
I
但是
think
我
later on in the
不确
Q&A
定它是
session,
否能
please
马
feel
上更
free
新。
to voice it out. And also, if anybody have
OK
any
OK。
ideas,
好。
if anybody have any ideas on something that you want to do later on, or you have any comments, this feedback and suggestions, please also come to either me, Brad, Zoe, or yeah, Daniel. Daniel can wave because your nick is not Daniel. Yeah, Daniel's over there, right over there at the end. All right, right. And yeah. So Brad, anything else to add on ECP? Would you like to add?
I just want to say, like, one of the coolest things about this job for me, and like including ECP, is we do most of our meetings in VR chat, and like being a cat girl as my business suit is like the coolest thing ever. That's all I have to add.
No, let's
It
go.
allows a very big comfort layer. I'm not gonna lie, it allows a huge comfort layer when meeting with
Oh yeah.
all of you guys.
The
Right.
board of
So
cat
yes,
girls.
most of our meetings are held in VR chat. So VR chat has turned into our Zoom, I guess.
Yep.
It's a better future.
VR chat
Okay.
True.
So I think we are almost at the end of this, right? And we will break into the Q&A session soon. So I think that one group can occupy the room on my right, one group can occupy the room on my left, another group can occupy it near the entrance, and a last group can occupy it near here on the stage. So we'll probably split into 4 groups with Brad probably taking one group.
Crazy.
Are you okay, Brad? Doing that? Yeah. I think Rain, could you help us take a group here probably on the stage? So
I
for
would be
anybody who
glad
wants
to.
an experience of working on ECP, how did Rain collaborate with us? Please come on the stage. Join Rain later. I'll be taking a group probably in this section here. And Zoe, can you kindly take a group at this entrance there and help
Okay.
to answer some queries. All right. So before we split the group, again, thank you everybody. I'm so emotional and so happy that you guys are supporting us by even turning up here. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you, and hope to see. We hope we will have another session for Europe. I know some Europeans are here and they want to throw stuff at me, so yep, we'll have another session for Europe. Probably 2 weeks later. So yeah, 4 a.m. guys. Yeah, I know. Thank you, especially Europeans. So I would love to give all Europeans a hug. Please join me in that room over there. Thank you. Thank you.
Expensive class.
Yay.
I don't want to drink water. Oh boy, wrong. Nope.
And now, without further ado, I guess let Q&A begin.
Yeah, I gotta switch it up. But I gotta...
So, everyone,
did not
if you
know
are interested.
That was not me kicking you, I swear. Did it work?
I apologize.
Everything good?
that one more time.
What do you think
You're
my
muted.
total latency is at the moment?
Someone
150.
but hey,
You're good, you're good.
that was
Almost,
awesome.
105.
No worries.
Oh, Johnny, what's up?
Thank you for.
It's 5 a.m.
Honestly, if you really can just stay for 5 minutes and like just go around the groups as they form, that's all I need.
In theory, at least.
I think the only thing on my mind